Is there any movies or TV shows that I've watched in the month of November that's worth recommending to you guys? Oh yes! Hello and welcome to another video. Today's video is Film and TV Monthly Roundup for November. The idea of this is for me to do a short video on what me and Stacey have actually watched this month in November. It's just to try and help out. You never know, you might be stuck on something to watch or watch over Christmas. You might watch this video and think, oh, check that out. That is the general idea for making this video. Please do feel free to get involved in those comments down below. Is there anything you guys have watched this month that you can recommend to me and everyone else? Please do feel free to put them in them comments. Also, if you have watched anything I'm about to show you, what did you actually think of it yourselves? That'd be absolutely great, thank you. Shall we rewind all the way back to the beginning of November? I do have my iPad in front of me because I have wrote down everything I've actually watched. It's not a great deal this month, but there are a lot of good movies in there and a few good TV shows as well. So let's go back to the start of November. At the start of November, I watched a film from 2016, probably one of the best zombie movies I've ever seen. Train to Busan. It's about a group of people trapped on a train during a zombie outbreak in South Korea. A very good movie. It does have English subtitles, but don't let that put you off because it is a really good movie. Really impressed with it.
저기요. 이상한 사람이 하나 타고 있는 것 같은데.
팀장님, 여기 11호차 응급 환자 발생했습니다.
This is part of a trilogy which I didn't know about. I think number 2 is an anime, but if you have seen number 3 in the trilogy of Train to Busan, please do put in the comments what did you actually think of it. I was going to buy it, but I decided to hold off and see what everyone thought of it first. So that's the third movie in the trilogy of Train to Busan. If you have seen that, put it in the comments and tell me what you actually thought of it, and I might actually buy it because I do want to see it. So that was Train to Busan, was the first one we watched. Next up, a classic movie from 1978. Still frightens me today. Jaws 2. This is set 4 years after the original Jaws. And after opening a new hotel, the shark attacks start to begin all over again. A very good movie. Obviously Jaws is the best. Jaws 2 is also good. I probably wouldn't really watch the others. They are okay. And that's Jaws 2. My wife really enjoyed it as well. Next up, a movie that is meant to do very well in the cinemas this year, but it didn't actually go to the cinemas. It went straight to Disney Plus at a cost. I didn't bother with that. I have got Disney Plus, but I didn't pay the extra. I went ahead and bought the 4K version of Mulan. Very good movie. It's about this woman here. She takes her father's place without him knowing and disguises herself as a man to serve in the Imperial Army. A really good movie. I wasn't too sure what to expect because I have seen the cartoon, obviously. A lot of people have, and I wasn't too sure on the movie, but the film is very good. So that is Mulan. Next up is a classic horror movie from 1985. I have seen this movie before, and we watched this about mid-November, and it's House. It's about a troubled writer that moves into this house that he's inherited from a family member, not knowing that it's actually haunted. And this was quite a good watch. I have heard they do get sillier and sillier as they go down the line, but so far so good. I thought this was quite a good movie. Next up, continuing with the House movies, a movie from 1987. Heard a lot of things about this one, had to watch it, and it was so silly, but I thought it was really good as well. And that is House 2 from 1987. It's about a guy called Jesse that inherits the house, and he sees a picture of his distant relative, so he digs his relative up, and he has a hunch that he was buried with a crystal skull that could be worth lot of money. So he digs this relative up, and this relative comes to life because the skull is meant to have eternal life. And his relative comes to life, and he's like I don't know what he is. He's like a zombie, but he talks and everything. I had a lot of fun with this movie, like I said, and it had a lot of silliness in there as well. There was this cute catapuppy, that creature that barks. I would love one of them. It's not meant to be a serious movie.
Now, I know that smells good. I know it smells good. Daddy's gonna have it ready right away. Right away. That's a fact. Yep. I know. Daddy knows. Now open your mouth.
And that is House 2 from 1987. I've heard a lot of things about House 3 and 4 as well, so can't wait to watch those. But this was silly, but I thought it was good as well. So that's House 2. Next up, we went over to Netflix and I watched my first Christmas movie. Never actually seen this movie before, from 2015. It's Krampus. And I thought it was a pretty good watch. Next up, another Blu-ray we watched from 1981, this one. Another horror. And that is The Howling. It's a classic, although it's probably a bit dated now. There are a few more better werewolf movies than this one. I loved this one when it first came out, but I just feel it's a little bit dated now, and there are a lot more better ones that have been made since. Okay, next we watched a movie from 2020. This is a German import, and it's Underwater. It was directed by William Eubank and stars Kristen Stewart. And a disaster strikes when water floods this drilling station, which is more than 6 miles beneath the ocean. But they soon find out they are not alone when there's these, I don't know what they are. They're under attack from these mystery deadly creatures, and they have to try and escape. Like, it was okay. I don't know. There was something about it. I didn't actually think it was really good. It was an okay watch. If I was giving this a popcorn rating, I would probably give it a 2 or 3 popcorn rating, which means catch it if you can. It wasn't the best movie, but it was an okay watch, and that stars Kristen Stewart, and that is a 2020 movie, Underwater. Okay, let's move on to the TV. This is one we must talk about, and don't worry, I won't give any spoilers away. If you are a Star Wars fan, you are going to love this. Actually, you don't have to be mad on Star Wars, because my daughter and wife absolutely loves it, which is great for me. And of course, it's The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is set roughly 5 years after Return of the Jedi. And the story focuses on this bounty hunter who goes by the name of Mando. That is not his actual real name, by the way. Who gets attached to this little creature. You know what I'm going to say? Yes, of course, it's Baby Yoda. It's a really good, they go on really good adventures together, and I think Series 2 is actually the closest thing we are going to get to Star Wars so far. Really good watch, one for all the family, and that is on Disney Plus. Next up, we finally caught up with Sky One's series of SWAT. We're about 7 episodes behind on this, and now we're now on episode 20, and I would say it's probably the best series so far. We're always behind, and I love this series, and my daughter loves it as well. And you watch it, and when it finishes, it's nearly Christmas. I think they got probably about 2 episodes to go on that one. And next we went over to Amazon Prime and watched the 2020 supernatural series Truth Seekers, starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. I did do the review on this series if you do want to check that one out. It was good. It was only 30 minutes long, so it's an easy binge watch. I would have just liked to have seen a little bit more of Simon Pegg alongside Nick Frost, because these two work so good together. But it was a good watch, so if you want to check out my review, please do that. And lastly, to finish up, we stayed on Netflix and we watched Unsolved Mysteries Season 2. Unsolved Mysteries is such a good TV programme on Netflix. It's absolutely amazing, and it's so shocking of what has happened to these poor people. I'm not going to dive too much into it because they are real lives and real people, and it's so sad and, like I say, shocking of what actually happened. They are true stories. There's a little helpline number after each episode if you have any information on these things that have happened. Season 2 wasn't as good as Season 1, but still a very good watch. And that is pretty much it of what we've actually watched this November. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please do feel free to get involved in those comments down below. Is there anything that you guys can recommend that you've watched recently that you can recommend to me and everyone else? Please do put them in the comments, because it would be really helpful for other people reading the comments. And also, if you've watched any of the things I've mentioned, what did you actually think of it yourselves? Coming Wednesday, I have a surprise unboxing. What do I mean by a surprise unboxing is exactly what I mean. I don't even know what I'm unboxing. A good friend has lent me a Blu-ray which is limited to 500 copies. He's actually got number 141. He paid £140 for it. He will not tell me what it is at all. He wants it to be a total surprise, but he thought it'd be a good idea to put it on this channel because he knows a lot of you guys would probably enjoy what I am going to unbox on Wednesday. So I look forward to that. Guys, if you do like this video, please do give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe if you can for lots more videos. You've been watching Carl on the channel Carlinio9. I will see you guys midweek for that very strange surprise unboxing. What could it be? Take care, have a good week. See you soon. Bye bye.